How to use elements in Canva. Hey everyone, it's Maria here with Essetino Media, and on this channel, we show you how to create profitable content. Okay, so if you're brand new to Canva, there's a lot of information to learn when you're starting out, and one of those is the Elements tab. The Elements tab is something you're going to find here on the left once you open up a new project. So we'll click on that. And there's a lot of different ways to navigate through the Elements tab. If you scroll down here, you'll see the categories that they have: shapes, graphics, animations, etc., etc. You can click on any one of these to go through that specific element, or you can go to the top here and describe your ideal element. So in this case, I'm just going to type the word cat. You'll see here all the different elements that pop up. You have the graphics, photos, videos, 3D animations, and even audio here. These same categories are also all visible along the top. So you can click on graphics and you'll see your cat graphics, photos, videos, audio, etc. So everything you see here under all, you can also pick individually under these tabs here. So we'll click on graphics and we'll scroll through. You'll see here that there's tons of different graphics for cat. And let's say you find one you like. Let's say it's this one. Click on this. And what you'll see here is now underneath the AI, or the Canva AI shows you magic recommendations. So it's going to show you images that it thinks are similar to this one that you might like. So we'll click on see all, and then this is everything that's been recommended to me by Canva based on the initial cat image that I chose. Now, further to that, I can hover over the image that I chose, click on these three dots here, and then you'll see here the way that it's been tagged. So I can look up animal, big eyes, cat, cute, domestic animal. All of these will show up. If I really like this image, I can click on star and it'll be saved to my favorites. I can add it to a folder, and I can also look at the artist that made this image, Antonella Studio. I can click on this where it says view more by Antonella Studio, and I can now see more images, more graphics, and more videos that this designer has made if I do really like them. So this comes in really handy if you're making a themed project and you want your images to all be similar and maybe not look the same, but you want them to all have the same look. This can be really helpful for that. So now let's go back here to the front page. And if we go back to all, and if we actually X out of here, we're going to go back to the same categories that we saw initially. So shapes, graphics, animations, etc. We'll click on shapes because there's a lot of things we can do with shapes in Canva as well. And so here you have your basic shapes, your polygons, stars, tons of different variations here. And then you have your lines. And so let's just close this quickly. If we want to see all the lines, this can be helpful in that they're all very customizable. So we have our lines here, but I can adjust the color of the line. I can adjust the thickness of the line here. And so stroke weight, I can make it up to 100. That's how thick it'll go. I can make it dotted. I can round the end points. So there's a lot of different things I can do here. I can add arrows on the sides. I can customize how I want that line to end. So there's a lot of different customizations with shapes and lines under the Elements tab. And I'll show you why that's important, because if we just went to describe your element and typed in the word line, you will see tons of lines here. However, they won't be customizable like they would be under the specific line category. And the reason I recommend looking up lines under the shapes category is because this way your line can be completely customizable. If I went back outside of the shapes category and just typed in the word line, there's plenty of graphics, but I can't customize them the way I can under the shapes. I can make it bigger, smaller, I can change the color. Not all of them will allow you to make customizations the way lines will under shapes. So going back to shapes here. So let's say we pick this rectangle here. I can make it longer this way, this way. I can turn it into a square if I want to. I can change the color. I can round the edges up here as well with corner rounding. And then I can also basically change the shape completely by adding different sides and making it a polygon, hexagon, whatever you want to make out of this. So again, plenty of customizations here. This goes for all the shapes. I encourage you to always go in and play around and see what you could do here. arrows, speech bubbles, clouds, hearts. There's plenty of options here under shapes. And so graphics is what we were already looking into when we looked at the cat, but this is just another way for you to get into graphics is you can click on it here. And again, search for what you want. We search cat, dog, teddy bear, and you will see all the different graphics that come up for that word. Animations is similar. So you can look up the same word, but you will see animations for that word that you are searching. Same with photos, videos, audio, there's really so many things you can do under the Elements tab. It really is endless. You can make charts now. You can do sheets similar to Google Sheets with using AI, and I'll do a separate tutorial for that in the future because that's a whole tutorial in itself. Frames, which we do have a previous tutorial about as well. Same with mockups, and you can also generate your own element. So if we want to type here, again, we'll go back to teddy bear and then let's say I just don't like anything that's showing up in graphics. You can click on generate and then it's going to start thinking. And then this is what the AI in Canva has come up with. Now it makes sense that they're all completely different because I didn't really give it anything to go off of. I just had teddy bear. So I have a teddy bear in space, I have a teddy bear in nature. Always, always get specific on what you want. Otherwise, AI is just going to give you really anything and it's going to be super generic. But you can always generate your own elements within the Elements tab as well. I hope this tutorial helped. If you've enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below or by hitting the thumbs up button. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.